Hello everybody, thank you guys for coming. I'm really excited to share with you exactly what we're doing. As Joe said, my name is Tom. I am co-founder and CEO of Pay with my co-founder Mike, who just stepped off. He is CTO. And the rest of our team is here with us, and I'll get into that a little bit more. But to give you some context, right here I have debit and credit cards from MasterCard, Visa, Chase, Bank of America, many other cards that you probably have in your wallet right now. The only thing is with Pay, I'm getting an extra up to 20% cash back on these cards for shopping locally in my community. I'll tell you how we've done it. So with our wonderful team, I think it's a little bit longer, but with a wonderful team who has been super into finance and hacking up finance tools, we have experience from JP Morgan, Anaconda, to Hewlett Packard Enterprise, to Blue Pillar, where we found a way to overcome Visa, MasterCard, and Amex and provide extra cash back for people at places that they shop. And so our team doesn't stop there. We have a team that came from high-growth tech companies, including Paytm, Airtable, and Empower. And so what we've done is we've recognized that there's an issue. There's an issue for merchants. They're not able to identify who their customers are, find reasons why they come in, and find ways to engage their loyalty, bring them back in for extra visits. And they're losing about $32 billion a year just for those incentives. The market's over $90 billion, but 32 has gone to unredeemable coupons and loyalty programs, to money spent on generic coupons that is ultimately not effective in bringing in that loyalty, and they're ultimately losing the transaction information and data that might be extremely useful in bringing those people back into their store. So things from knowing who their customers are, being able to engage that relationship and provide that loyalty directly into their store, and being able to provide valuable information on location and how their store is doing in comparison to their competitors is all really useful for these merchants. Over $90 billion is already being spent just to get those incentive programs through. And on average, people have about 4 cards just to be able to enroll in loyalty and rewards programs themselves. Over 3.8 billion accounts are being made to enroll in these kind of programs, and over 71% of consumers enjoy cashback specific rewards. Not just coupons, not just loyalty points, not airline miles, but cashback rewards. It's the most sought after reward system. So what we've done is we found a way to develop the infrastructure itself that links up directly with the merchants to provide the one incentive that consumers are looking for. That seamless, automatic process in which they receive cash back on their debit and credit cards. The consumer doesn't have to change a single thing. They link up their card to our platform, and they can start receiving automatic cash back in Bitcoin or USD straight into their account when they'd like. And the merchant themselves receives a dashboard, a SaaS platform that ultimately tells them all this data based off of their transactional history and information on their consumers, and being able to target those specific demographics that convert most to their store. And so with our platform, we're able to match them up directly with those customers that are most intrigued in their store and purchases. So how has it vetted out for us? Well, we now have a wait list of over 120,000 plus people that continues to grow 3%, and we spend nothing on marketing. This has been purely from the tools and from the content that we've been pushing out, we've been able to gain over the last 6 months. And it continues to grow as people are excited about this idea of getting more money into their pockets for supporting their communities and earning seamless cash back. And so are our partners. I mean, we have over 5,500 partner merchants that we work with, from national brands like Forever 21, Hallmark, Denny's, Sam's Clubs, Burger King, and also local mom and pop shops who are interested in engaging these customers and understanding who are these people and how do I get them into my store. And so for them, there's no hardware needed. It's very seamless. They just sign up for the platform and they get direct information through a dashboard. And for them, it only costs 5% per transaction on the consumer. And so for that kind of cost, they're earning a lot of data, but they're also cutting a lot of their incentive costs down. For most of these guys, the acquisitional cost to get that customer into the store by using Groupon or other platforms, they're paying about 30 to 60% alone. And it's a no-brainer. Ultimately, it's a sales commission based. So they're not paying anything until someone actually comes in. So what does the economics look like for us? Well, based off of our pilot program alone, we started to see that we were getting gross $13 per user on a monthly basis. And what we've received is $5 net directly to ourselves. After we paid out our customer, after we paid up operationally, we got $5. And so on board, each customer costs us about $1.25, since we have to link up directly with their bank accounts and with all the information. So based off of our KPIs and based off of our waitlist, if even we brought on just half of that waitlist and stuck to a KPI of 1, we could reach over 1 million users in 18 months and see a gross amount of money of $15.4 million just in the platform in a month. And that would net us about $6 million alone a month straight to pay. So what does the competition landscape look like? Well, a lot of what we're competing against is Groupon, and another competition is Dosh. The one thing that differentiates Pay from anybody else is the ability to own that infrastructure. That infrastructure is huge to merchants. It ultimately allows us to bring down the cost for the merchant on the acquisitional cost of the consumer, but it also allows us to give them data. Nobody else has that access of over 2 years transactional history like Pay does. And that's a huge benefit for the merchants, because rather than seeing how it helps benefit their store, they're also able to see exactly who their customers are, how can they engage with them, and how can they maintain that loyal relationship, which is huge to them. But it also allows us to do crazy things for the consumer side. I mean, we can provide Bitcoin cash back unlike anybody else because we own the infrastructure. We own the process in which the consumer themselves can enroll and engage and get incentivized. So right now, we're into our second milestone, which is focused on our cash flow and the growth. We want to make sure we get that 1 million users within the 18 months. So we just announced a 2.5 million seed round, and we already have over 400,000 in commitments. Previously, we validated and grew our team to the phenomenal team that we have right now, and we're excited to go into the next 18 months to turn cash flow positive and make sure that we bring on those 1 million people.